Hey everyone, so today's video we're taking a look at the new hero Huntress Freya. Now I've done some initial testing with her and she is good. There's some good news and I don't know if it's bad news or not, but she seems to be really good in Gemini Dragon. But I think she's kind of like mediocre in other areas. I'm not going to say she's bad because I think there are a lot of possibilities, but the type of heroes on this account to showcase her abilities, it would take too much, and I'm not willing to really sacrifice the amount of resources to possibly test it. So let's talk about her here real quick, and then I'll discuss some of my findings, okay? So her trait says once an enemy launches a counterattack, it applies a stack of invincible to all team members, and this is up to 1 time per 3 rounds. So every 3 rounds, it's not turn, she'll be able to apply this stack of invincible. I don't know why the 3 rounds is there, to be honest. I can't think of anything that would warrant this as being too busted, because it's kind of limited. Like, it's only when somebody counterattacks. So anyway, but irregardless, this you only need it for 1 round whenever you're playing against Gemini Dragon. So she has an ascension effect, which is pretty bonkers, to be honest. So it's the same thing, but she then immediately deals true damage equal to 20% of the target's max health, which is like nuts. This is a huge boost on an ascension, and maybe that's why it's 3 rounds, because if this was 20% every round or every 2 rounds, maybe a little too good. So I think this is a casualty to maybe the ascension ability. So moving on. So her basic ability deals 90% damage to 1 enemy and summons the ally with the highest attack to launch a joint attack. So this is pretty good. You know, bringing in your highest attack character is pretty nice. Joint attack is also very good. It triggers somebody like Guan Yu, you know, new seasonal hero. So that's pretty cool. She has a special ability that says when an enemy receives positive effects, it launches a counterattack with the special ability and deals 120% damage, removes 2 positive effects from the target, and to apply no positive effects for 1 turn, and this is every single round. This is a cool special ability. It does come in handy for Gemini Dragon, because stages 19 and 20, the little minions actually put up immunity on the Gemini Dragon. So if you have Huntress Freya, she goes in, immediately removes that, puts up no positive effects, so he's not gaining that kind of rage mechanic that he has, the berserk mechanic, and it allows you to put up any kind of debuff on Gemini. So whenever she's booked, it removes all positive effects from the target. This isn't really relevant for Gemini Dragon, but I think it is relevant for the Rift of Chaos Fire Boss, because she works similar to somebody like Grayson or Haruna, where the removing of the 2 positive effects, that means that if the Rift of Chaos Fire Boss has 3 stacks of crit rate on him, Freya will only remove 2 stacks of crit rate, so he'll still have 25%. So that is a bummer. But the teams, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, the teams that are necessary for Rift of Chaos using her, I think there are some options. I just don't have the heroes built on what I'm brainstorming of, or what is capable with somebody like a light Ophelia, because her ultimate ability has the negative or the debuff stagnation, which there are some teams out there that utilize the dark elite character that has stagnation as well, where people can't gain bonus turns until this effect expires. Now, this is weird because it doesn't really affect some bosses and it affects others. So, with Freya being a water hero, you would think that she might be usable in Ash Magisteria, and she still might be. But I haven't found this to be super relevant. I was hoping the stagnation would actually stop him from using his bonus attack where he goes in, deals damage, and heals himself, but that is not the case. So, the stagnation does, however, stop somebody like the Rift of Chaos Fire boss. If he gets attacked so many times with rage, he actually won't grant himself that bonus turn. So, it's interesting. But anyway, she also applies defense down 2, which is nice. It's a really good debuff. It allows you to kind of not have to use Shane in some instances. Some of the dungeon teams utilize Shane because he has a defense down 2. She could be a different option, especially with the fact that she also summons someone to do a joint attack. And then it just mentions here that the target can't gain bonus turns until stagnation expires. So this ability is relevant for Gemini Dragon as well. But what I found out is she actually needs to be paired up with Guan Yu to truly make Gemini Dragon something that is achievable, without Oderic or the twins or, things of that nature. So right now, and we're going to do a 2-parter to this, but she does not have any books and she is not ascended yet. So what I've found is with Huntress Freya and a Guan Yu, now, albeit Guan Yu is a 5 and fully booked, but he seems to be an exceptional character, which is probably worth it. They can do Gemini 18 together, which is cool. Now, with Huntress Freya Ascended A5, I actually think that she is going to be able to do 19 with Guan Yu. I'm almost positive because this true damage is going to take that team over the top, and we will test that. But this is the first part. So this is, where we have her. She's got 231 speed. This is for Gemini 18. I'll show you that Gemini 19, at least from initial testing. I'm sure if you tweak things or have really, really good gear, something better than what I'm pumping out here, 19 might even be doable without her being Ascended 5. So that's kind of good news. But I just have her in, health stats with enough speed, and then I believe she needs focus to land all of these debuffs and remove stuff and no positive effects, all of those things. So that's why I have her in high focus, but she is in a resonance set. So that's what we got her in. I've got her in just a flat attack crest because she reduces her damage against dark. She increases her ultimate abilities focus, and then just more health and stuff like that. So let's jump in to Gemini Dragon, and I'll show you what she can do. Okay, so the Stage 18 team, right, is this. Now, you have bonus attacks from Muriel, you have bonus attacks from Florence's ultimate, you have bonus attacks and joint attacks from Freya's ultimate and her basic ability, which is just triggering Guan Yu all the time. So these two pair really nicely in Gemini because Gemini has not only bonus turns, but bonus attacks. So something that you need to pay attention to is on Gemini, he has this tail sweep, okay? So the tail sweep grants a bonus turn at the end of the round. Freya's stagnation on her ultimate stops this one. But what he does is anytime he casts his ultimate ability, he launches a joint attack with Flame Vortex, which then ends up healing him. But this joint attack is counted as a bonus attack. So your Guan Yu stops bonus attacks. You need both of them to make this work. Freya alone does not stop these things, and then Guan Yu alone does not stop the tail sweep and the bonus turns. And on top of that, you need Freya's trait to stop the counterattack whenever Gemini falls below 50%. So you'll see that here. So we'll keep it slow. Here we're going to joint attack. He put up a positive effect, which is the Fury, which is why she used her counterattack. Here she'll use her ultimate, put up the stagnation. And here's all of these different bonus attacks. He puts up his no bonus attack for the boss. So he does not grant the bonus turn. We do the end of turn. Here's his counterattack, and there's all of the invincibles going up. And then the Spirit Link you see there did not take place. So all of those things are needed for you to be able to beat this boss at this point on 18. And then all of the bonus attacks from Guan Yu and from Florence and from Freya, it just allows you to beat stage 18, which is pretty nice. Because, at least for this team, for stage 18, you only need Guan Yu to be A5 and have books, which sucks, I agree. But right now, he is a seasonal hero. It's easier to get him. And he's good everywhere. So he is 100% worth pots. He's 100% worth books. It's letting you beat Gemini 18. So I believe that this team can beat stage 19. I don't know about 20, but at least 19, you won't get any kind of rare drops. So I don't know if the A5 is needed. I believe it's going to be, at least for me, my type of gear. So on stage 19 there, you saw that the minion put up immune. So Freya's counterattack actually comes in there, removes it, and then puts up no positive effects. So pretty nice. Here, we're putting up the curse from Zitlin. We're trying to trigger the counterattack to give us invincibility. So here, just a bunch of joint attacks. So there's the tail swipe. So no bonus turn because of Freya. So here we're eventually going to trigger the counterattack because of the cursed. So here, so now this is where I think Freya is going to be able to obviously kill the boss, but this is where Guan Yu, like, he's close, right? He's close. So I think if you have enough stats on your guys, I think that team can beat it. All right, so the other areas that she might be good, right, is Rift of Chaos. We have to test her with Ascension 5 and full books in there. Maybe not full books, at least the Ascension 5, though, for the 20% max health on true damage. So Rift of Chaos is not affected by true damage. So I'm going to have to book her and come back to that. The other thing is in dungeons. She might have a place in Ash Magisteria. She might, because the counterattack, from Ash to kill people is pretty toxic, but at the same time, true damage doesn't work in Ash Magisteria. So I don't know what kind of damage she would need to put up. She does have, a lot of aura-based abilities here, so nothing for crit rate. It's hard to kind of build her for damage, I would think. She's definitely more of a support hero. But what we are going to do is we're going to book her at least with 13 books, and then we're going to Ascend 5 her, because like I said, I've saved up all these things to hopefully do this test for you guys and help you along the way. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. All right, so end result, we got at least the decent ones here. We do not have the increase all team members attack by 5%. This actually could be important, you know, for scaling up to level 20. And then the ability cap is just reducing the cooldown on this. I don't know if that matters for Gemini. It definitely matters for Rift of Chaos, the fire boss, because the team I'm thinking of, you do need this on a 3-turn cooldown to keep it up, you know, all the time with somebody like Aaron. That would be my plan. So now with the books and Ascension, she's at 276 speed. Okay, guys, so I had previously recorded Gemini 19 with Freya Ascended, and I'll tell you right now, if you just speed tune her, she doesn't need to be Ascended 5 or books to beat stage 19. She literally just needs enough speed to go in front of Guan Yu. Yeah, really cool. You'll see here that Guan Yu, with this speed tuning, actually ends up doing enough damage to take Gemini underneath 50%, and then allows you to survive just with her base trait. You don't need to do the 20% damage, and it gets you enough where you're able to beat this boss without the 20% true damage from Freya. Okay, so here's all of this. You'll see right here that it's like just enough damage by Guan Yu. Right? There's the 46. So he's underneath. So her right here, that did not matter. It literally did not matter. All that matters right here is that you survived. So enough stats from Freya to actually survive that nuke, or from Florence or from Zitland, is going to allow you to beat that stage. So it's really cool that Guan Yu and a non-A5 Freya is going to allow you to beat Gemini 19. So good character. Doesn't need a whole lot of investment. Just pairs up with Guan Yu. I will say that I tried her in other areas here, like the dungeons. I tried her in Rift of Chaos. I think she's just a Gemini hero. So, you know, the limited summons are coming up tomorrow. I think you'd try your best to try and get one copy of her. If you're stuck on Gemini, she's really going to help. So that's what I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.